Today is sunny in Delhi. People think the weather is good. And in terms of the global ranking today, Delhi stands at number 40. But Indian cities right now are occupying the position of 4, 5, 6, and 8 in the world. And if you think going to hills is a good escape, Nainital in Uttarakhand is at number 5 today. Well, this is the status of air quality worldwide. And whenever I speak with people, especially with parents in school, I ask them a question. If you were giving food to your child and we say that there is a little bit of poison, the child will not die, but will feel uncomfortable. Would you allow him to eat that food? The answer is no. Would you allow him to drink something with a little bit of poison which will make him uncomfortable? The answer is no. Then how do we allow our child to breathe 25,000 times a day with poisonous air? And that's the reality of us as of today. Unfortunately, Ella was certified to be the first death in the world due to air pollution. Because so far, we were only looking at reasons which are not directly attributable to air pollution, because nobody dies of air pollution in the eyes of Indian government. They die of perhaps heart attack or something else. World over, air pollution is 12% reason for the global deaths in 2019. Overall, around 7 million deaths. In India, 1.7 million deaths, and it is the fourth leading risk factor for early deaths. But is air pollution a daunting task because of deaths? No way, because death is right at the top. But what people suffer in millions is their lung functional decrements, inflammation, cardiac effects. Millions and millions of people suffer. And every time they stop breathing for a while, they say, oh God, take my life away. And we only talk about deaths in the global world. My friends, this is a very serious situation. And where does it affect in the form of air pollution? Every part of your body. Nothing is left out. And especially the unborn babies, children, elderly, they all suffer miserably. Well, when people suffer outside, it is statistics. When it happens to someone in my family, it's a pain. That is what happened with COVID also. We get alarmed because somebody in the family is suffering. We get alarmed when somebody suffers because of air pollution at my home, because of asthma or COPD. But when it happens to the world, it is only statistics, and we generally ignore this. And that is what Dr. Arvind Kumar also faced. 30 years of his chest surgery experience, and he felt that 90% of cancers which 30 years back used to be in smokers has come down to 50% in smokers. The average age of chest lung cancer was 50 to 60, which has turned down to 30 years. There were no women suffering from lung cancer. And today, 40% of the women suffer from lung cancer. There were generally pink lungs. And now we see black lungs everywhere. And this is the picture which Dr. Arvind Kumar took. And this was displayed in the Indian Parliament also to wake up people and shake up people that look at it. 98.5% of the population in India suffer from air pollution. And therefore, everyone is a smoker. In your family, if a child is born, from the very first day in Delhi, the child would start smoking around 12 cigarettes a day. That's the pack you give to the child. And we are gradually moving into Bhopal gas tragedy in slow motion, and that's our problem. Our problem is we look at personal solution to public problems. So when clean water was not available, we started buying water. And today, the bottled water is a $349 billion industry in the world. And if we were to pay the price of oxygen as of today, if I go by the rate set up by one of the Saket restaurant in Delhi, 299 rupees for 15 minutes of pure oxygen. My dear friends, for a family of 4 living for 80 years, you will have to pay 335 crores, 26 lakhs, 27,200 rupees. And that must be preposterous. And as part of the industry, be ready to start paying oxygen allowance to your people, because oxygen, which is supposed to be given to us free because God has given to us. That's the reality industry must accept. And on top of it, when we talk about smog towers in Connaught Place in Delhi, well, if you have to put up smog towers across Delhi, you will have to spend 30,000 crores to 60,000 crores besides the cost of land. And the trouble is, this will come in the form of more taxations. So the problem in India is we have limited awareness. We think there is a responsibility. There is a very reluctant acceptability amongst the people. Also think more important than life itself. The only advantage which I see is that the young generation in India is waking up to the cause and working towards clean air and climate action. That's where Lung Care Foundation came into being. That's where we started talking about creating Lung Care Foundation 5 years ago, focusing on awareness, research, and clinical care. And we have multiple programs, including our major program, Doctors for Clean Air, because we believe two entities can bring about major changes in India, which is doctors. And we have 21 medical associations working along with us, representing 180,000 doctors. With CII, we have just now initiated a project in Indore. And in times to come, our services are available for any city of where CII is operating, where the doctors could be provided by us there as representatives and as advisors. The second entity is students, where we work with our best clubs, Breathe Easy State of Clubs in school, and now we'll be moving into colleges. Plus, we have various other programs like asthma. Our researches show that Delhi-based kids are having asthma issues of up to 30%. This is alarming. And we have various research activities carrying on, including training of attendants, so that when patient is at home, how do we look after patients is something we must train them. So multiple activities, I can go on and on and on about it. But what we have done is starting from very primitive steps to setting up Guinness World Record to create awareness about lung health, clean air, climate change, involving doctors, talking to hundreds and thousands of principals across, but we are still stuck. The picture that you see is the lung picture of a 14-year-old child. This is pathetic. In Delhi and around, this is on the rise. In cities, it is on the rise. We may again think in terms of personal solution to public problems. We can wear N95 masks, have air purifiers, or carry oxygen bars, or the industry giving them oxygen allowances. The choice is entirely yours. Because for us, even the rural belt is covered. We've recently released a video released by the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, and 70 to 80% rural household and even the urban slums use chula, where the lady smokes almost 100 cigarettes a day. You can go to YouTube and see this video. The question is, where are we heading towards? And where can CII, and I must compliment all the chief executives who have been proponent in terms of working towards clean air. My request would be, let us think in terms of working towards three things only as part of our unfinished agenda, my dear friends. And this could be the CII agenda. First, the corporate commitment, which only 32 or 36 organizations are given. Every organization must give that kind of a commitment. Second, we need to think in terms of innovative, collaborative solutions. There are experts, and I participate in all these conferences, and all are working in their different dimensions. If collectively we start working towards in one direction, it will start giving us results. And therefore, we need more innovative solutions which people at the ground level must understand and must implement. And this is where Lung Care Foundation work towards. We don't want to give heavy data. We want to simplify the medical terminologies, the data, so that we could convert that into action points for implementation at the ground level near to the person. And therefore, what is important is implementation for long-term impact, which all my panelists are talking about. And I must compliment all the panelists who have actually voiced their opinion in terms of this long-term impact. And at Lung Care Foundation, we are absolutely committed to that. Thank you very much. I await your questions now.